Nancy Pelosi will bring her down for good. Persuade Liberty Writers News reports that the mainstream media is practically blacking out the Awan brothers story that we've been covering here. Yes, no one is going to show you how it is connected to nutty Nancy Pelosi. Well, Julian Assange, he tweeted out this revelation today. Yes, Julian Assange, Wasserman Schultz IT staffer, arrested trying to leave the country. We reported on this yesterday, and he found this email in the WikiLeaks DNC emails. Yes, Pelosi is doing a closed-door meeting. No staff or anyone allowed. Caitlin to come to Rayburn get her iPad for Imran. Pelosi, Imran, iPad. Okay, so Imran, you can see the name right there, clearly, at the bottom. He is one of the individuals who was arrested for the for possession of information, for bank fraud, all kinds of things. This is bad stuff. Bad stuff going on at the DNC. They right now, they state, so it seems like Pelosi gave her iPad to the very same person that was just arrested trying to flee the country. You know how much money this individual had? $300,000 on him. Now, when Pelosi, we'll show you a video clip here, when she was confronted on the connection to Awan, here is how she responded. Now, this happened, of course, before he was arrested. Take a look.
Madam Leader, there's a story out now. It's been going on since February. You've had these IT staffers that had primarily worked for the Democrats, and they're under investigation by the Capitol Hill Police. They've been banned from the network for rather under suspicion for breaching security, stealing equipment, and one of his name is Imran Awan, and he's still an advisor apparently on Debbie Wasserman Schultz's staff.
I'm really not familiar with
What's the response to Debbie Wasserman Schultz keeping this individual who's under investigation? And do you think that he should have this role when right now he's under investigation by the Capitol Hill Police?
Well, the people who are under investigation are the Attorney General of the United States. I mean, what are we talking about here? So,
should Imran Awan still be here?
I'm not familiar. You have a very specific charge there. I haven't followed that so closely. We've been busy with a lot of other things.
Because you're talking about email information.
No, I don't. I'm not sufficiently understanding the situation to make any concern about it. But there are plenty of people who are under investigation who still have their jobs.
Madam Leader.
Yes, ma'am.
So Lisa from the PBS NewsHour.
Did you see that? She totally blew it off. She knows just how devastating the connection is. This guy, I have a feeling. I do have a feeling. It's just my gut that this guy may have been the one who leaked the DNC emails. Maybe he was trying to blackmail Debbie Wasserman Schultz into giving him some money. Who knows? Maybe this rabbit hole is going to go very deep, friends. Very, very deep. So we're going to keep a very close eye on this investigation and this arrest. Maybe he's going to start singing like a jaybird. Or maybe he's going to end up dead. That's another likelihood. Because people around the Clintons and the DNC, they seem to end up dead. Especially if this guy is now in custody. They better put him in witness protection. Because if he starts singing, you know people are going to start going down. They write here that if this person had access to Nancy Pelosi's iPad, oh wow, what could be on that? Well, to be honest with you, I bet you this crackhead over here, Nutty Nancy, she probably doesn't even know how to turn the damn thing on. Anyway, as much as the Democrats try to rail against Trump and Russia, there is clearly something fishy happening between them and the Awan brothers. A Daily Caller tweeted out that Imran possessed the password to the iPad used by Debbie Wasserman Schultz when DNC emails were given to WikiLeaks. I'm telling you, friends, this is not going away. This is something they're going to sweep under the rug. The mainstream press is not going to give this any coverage. It's going to take every single person watching this report right now to take action to get this past the media blackout. Do your part as an American. Do your part as a patriot. And share this on social media. You need to get this out right now. This is the key to bringing down the Democrats, the dirty machine, to bring it down. Get this information out to the patriots. Comment.
In an open letter to the UN, billionaire Elon Musk, along with 116 experts, urges banning of lethal autonomous weapons. In short, killer robots like this.
Destroy radio transmitter. Destroy cabin pressure control system. Destroy.
Oh. Not really. That's not what I meant. I'm referring to autonomous drones, planes, and guns. Musk thinks such devices will create more devastation or be hacked for evil ends. Maybe so, but maybe not. First, who would a technology ban actually help? Those who don't have that technology, like terrorists. Fact is, terrorists would love a ban because it preserves the advantages of their low-tech suicide attacks and IEDs. But our bots could take them out without risk to our men and women. Why in hell would we ban that? And even if we had a ban, would rogue nations obey it? Remember, we once outlawed chemical weapons. How'd that work? A pope actually once tried to ban a crossbow. The League of Nations tried to ban war in 1928. It's a fact. Those who make the stuff first, they dictate the rules, not some governing body who hates us anyway. America innovates. It's what we do. Why limit that in war, especially now? Being more efficiently deadly is not a bad thing. Hardly. The more efficient a weapon is, the more you can end conflict faster. By targeting the higher-ups, precision killing has the potential to end mass death. My suggestion, don't listen to Musk on this one. He's a smart guy. But for a futurist, he's living in the past, as if Islamic terror never happened. When it comes to killer robots, let's get there first, and then we'll talk. KG,
yes,
you're a fan of killer robots?
I am one.
Does Musk have a point, though?
Yes.
Does he have a point that it could be, like, you could hack into it and it could be the death of us all?
Yeah, just ask Arnold Schwarzenegger. I mean, Terminator.
But this stuff is...
I hear you, but it's already here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we know this already because you remember the Dallas case where the police officers and they brought them to kill the bad guys, and that worked out really well, and everyone was like, yay, we love the robot, you know, the whole deal. So I think you can't avoid this technology, and we know other countries already doing it, even though the United States is currently ahead in terms of this AI and this technology. You've got Israeli military is buying, like, copter drones that have machine guns attached to them to go in. So, and also, you know, in the military, they have like these robots to go in to, you know, detonate bombs and things like that. So there's a tremendous use that can be made here. And like you said, against terrorists as well, to limit human casualties. So for that, I'm for the technology.
One, the wars are going to get smaller. They're going to be more precise. Musk's worry is that means that we'll have more war because it'll be easier to wage.
That's exactly the point, that if there's less cost, like, you know, people argue that we don't have a draft anymore. So if our kids, if it's not your kids that are going to fight, and you say, oh, yeah, go ahead, because somebody else do it. Now let's take it to another level. Now you say nobody goes over. We're just deciding we're going to go attack them with our artificial robots or whatever. And so all of a sudden more people are getting killed. Now... Or less. Well...
We're not getting killed.
He's saying that our people are getting killed.
Yeah, more people getting killed and potentially more innocents. But I think that what he is pointing out, and I think this is why you have a lot of people in that business, you know, in high tech saying, hey, hold on, is that there are legal, moral questions, and you have potential for things screwing up, like someone hacking in or bad data going in, and then you have terrible accidents, and you say, well, how do you do it? So I'm very sensitive to what you were saying, because I was reading just this week a story about how like some bad guys were shooting at Americans or our allies, and then we were able to target that specific apartment building and get the snipers. Just terrific, right? And the problem is, what if the bad guys get this?
Yeah, but that's, I mean, you can use that argument, Dana, on everything. Like, what if the bad guy gets it? They might get it, but let's get it first.
We have to stay ahead of them.
Yeah.
That's why we have to have more imagination. It's also why I think that we should have a different course on immigration. I think that we should have more immigration and for H-1B visas, attract all the smart scientists that we can, make them want to live in America, utilize all of their smarts here so that they're not going somewhere else, because China wants to hire all of them. It would be better if they were here. And then to the point that you can't, these debates are already happening. Remember a couple weeks ago there was headlines about designer babies and gene editing, and how we're like, oh, whoa, that's not a good idea, we shouldn't do that. It's actually already happening in other places. It doesn't mean that it's right to do it, but the technology is going to be there. So I think that if America wants to win, we have to actually have more of it here and own it.
Jesse, thoughts?
I was a designer baby. Can you tell? I think it's funny how the only robots that humans want to create are killer robots and sex robots. It's like we either want to murder people or make love to them. Like, humans are so sick, but we're so brilliant. I also feel like Musk is self-serving. Like, he just wants to be like the last human the robots turn on and kill. And, okay, so I'm pro-killer robot, and if there's a threat, they turn their guns on us, fine. There's an off switch. Pentagon has an off switch. Give them a remote control. It's the only button that works anyway. We're fine.
And that's until there's AI, and then they can override it.
You didn't watch enough Jack Bauer 24, did you?
No, I missed that one.
Yes.